for people who's working in a job, you are kind of complaining, you're stuck in a situation where you have not much to do, and then of course you're quarantined now, and moreover there'll be lot of job loss happening, could be job loss happening, and you may already be scared. People who didn't perform well and people who have been performing well in their job, they still would be thinking that abhi appraisals ka kya hoga, what about the hike, would you get hike or would you not get hike. So this is just about this situation. But what before that has happened to you, if this quarantine would have not existed, if this entire COVID-19 situation would have not existed, there would have been lot of people who thought that they were actually putting in their 200% in the job that they were into, and still they wouldn't have got that promotion or that salary hike in their job. Why is that? So I have kind of covered partially this topic in one of my live sessions that I've done in the past. So I'm going to be kind of giving a 360-degree view as to why it happens and why you're kind of stuck in your current job, okay? Though you're whining, you're complaining, you're still sticking with your current job. So again, I'll reiterate, a lot of you, if this COVID-19 situation would not have existed, being the month of April, where everybody's kind of excited, nervous about promotions, about appraisals, right? Had this situation not existed, you would have been in the momentum of actually waiting for your appraisals, right? Okay, again another person who's trying to comment on my look. My God, yeah. So yes. Coming back to the topic, you would have been actually in a moment of waiting for your promotion and appraisals, and even if you deserved it according to you, you wouldn't have got that promotion or hike in your job, and moreover you would have again chose to stick with that job, right? Why? Because you knew, for a lot of people who have lack of confidence, who have lack of communication skills, who have lack of presenting your own self, actually knew this very well, that if they get out of this job, maybe finding a job would be easy, but actually proving the another employer how good you are as an asset to that organization and not a liability would have been a long story, would have been another effort that you have to actually put in, get in there and start proving to that employer. How many of you can relate to this? Because I have gone through this. So when I was working in an organization for 2 years, that good job, work for 5 years in a small company. Yes, absolutely right, Anupam. So I'll tell you my story. So when I was working in one of the retail company, if you happen to look at my LinkedIn profile, you'll come to know what I'm talking about. I worked in that retail company for 2 years, and the only reason for joining this company was because after quitting one organization, I didn't have a job in hand. I just quit out of high emotions because I didn't get good appraisals, I didn't get good rise in my salary, and then I thought that I deserve best. I have good comm skill, but people around me are kind of dumb and they didn't know how to do the job well, and I thought I deserved the promotion of actually handling a team, which I also got later. But this story is quite interesting. So I just quit that job and I joined another company, which was a retail company. I worked there for 2 years and I was actually trapped, because retail company, your life is a mess. I really salute to people who are working in retail organization, where you are kind of compromising on all the holidays, on all the festivals, all your weekends, and you have 1 or 2 days day off during the weekday, where your entire siblings and your family member are out there working and you're actually staying home or maybe hanging around with your retail friends, right? So I have huge respect for retail employees, because I know how it is to be home alone that day, when you have it off. So yeah, long story cut short, I actually survived in that organization for 2 years. Every single day I would to feel that why the hell did I join that organization? Why did I take this? Why did I leave my previous organization? I actually started praising my previous organization, whom I didn't like, and I actually left out of high emotions because I thought I deserved more than the other employees who were there. And then I was repenting, regretting this decision of mine of actually joining a retail company, because the only reason I joined was it was closer to my house, and second was they paid me pretty well, and I got an opportunity to handle a bunch of idiots over there. Okay, I'm putting it that way. So huge team, like around 20-25, and then I got an opportunity to be handling that team, and then plus getting good job, and moreover closer to your house. In a city like Mumbai, any job which is closer to your house is like like you can't demand anything more than that. Okay, so I worked there for 2 years, and at the end I realized what the hell was I doing with my life. I kept on changing companies, I kept on actually looking for good opportunities and not getting the required salary, the salary that you deserve, the promotion that you deserve within the organization, and actually choosing to change the companies to get that hike or that particular designation that you were looking for. And what happened, and this went on for 6 years, and that's why I keep on talking about I lost my 6 precious years, because I know now that if you have the right skills, if you have the right confidence, the right communication skill, the right presentation skill, you can easily get promotion, you can easily get the job of your dream that can pay you more, at least more 3 to 4 lakhs per annum what you're actually getting now. Okay, so what are the important skills that you need to learn, okay, when you are actually looking out for a leadership role? So somebody is operating at an executive role, you are operating as a technician. What do I mean by technician? Now I'll come to the point. So basically you are doing a job, okay, a job which has predefined tasks given to you, all right, and you are just involved in the task every single day. You may be outperforming in the task that is given to you. So for an example, you were given a target of 100, you did 100, you achieve 120%. Okay, that's what a technician does. Apart from this, you're not doing anything, and then you think that you are kind of outperforming and you deserve all the promotions on this earth in that particular organization, and nobody else is supposed to be getting that promotion. It's stupidest thing for anybody to actually think that only deliveries, only performance plays a very important role in getting you any or any sort of promotion. This is what I was thinking, and that's where I was stuck for 6 years, trying in different job, trying to switch from one job to another, and still not getting that satisfaction. So this is where I'm going to break the myth for you guys. Okay, if you guys really want to get into a leadership position, one thing very important, it's not a task that de diya or kar diya or ho gaya. It's more about humans. It's more about understanding their emotions. What do they actually want? How can you help them grow? It's a lot. It's like a job of a mother, of a parents, right? So I'm going to be actually giving you analogies which is very much relatable to you. So a parent, I'll give an analogy of a mom. Mom takes care of a child. She cooks food. She understands when the emotion is down. She understands what the child needs. She may, when the child is down, she'll make it a point to talk to the child and understand what is happening wrong with the boy. Probably give the required training wherever she thinks that he lacks or she lacks, right? And probably get in a discussion very often to understand what's happening. And if that child is stuck in certain position, she will go and keep on talking and motivating that child, even if he's not performing well. So that's a job of a leader, guys. And if you think you can do this, that's when you actually should be thinking about getting the promotion or the designation that you have been actually fancying about all this while. So promotion is not about 100 number achieve karna. It's actually beyond that. When you get a chance to handle a team, it's one part of an organization, and it's like you actually taking care of the babies of that organization and help them to take step by step go step by step and help them grow, so you grow as well as your team grows. And what are the 5 most important qualities that a leadership should have? Now coming back to technician point, and why am I covering this in confidence? Because all this that I'm talking is related to confidence and communication. These are the 2 important skills that a leader must possess. Without this, imagine a leader who don't have the capability to talk to his team. Imagine a leader who don't have the capacity or the courage to give the right feedback. Imagine a leader who is more concerned about building relationship than actually going and having one-on-one discussion with somebody from his team. Imagine a leader who doesn't have the quality of doing, taking critical decisions or having critical discussions, right? Or having, taking the right stand, whether it is, fighting with the company, fighting with the CEO, but taking that right stand. That's the job of a leader. So technicians are basically कि 10 tasks दिया है, दिन में 10 tasks करो. But leaders are somebody, okay, I will do 9 tasks or maybe 8 tasks, but I will also take care of my colleagues. I'll also take care what's happening in the organization. Where else can I put in the efforts? Where can I focus more beyond my regular activities so that the company doesn't suffer, or I can actually help the company elevate, okay, in their performance. So that's a job of a leader. So a couple of skills which are very important that will help you grow in your existing job. That's number 1 is the leadership skills that I just kind of gave the entire analogy and discussion, and have been talking about it. One is EQ, that's emotional quotient. It's not okay. So initially it was more of an IQ, that was intelligent quotient. Now I am firm believer, and I somehow believe this in my 8th or 9th standard, in my 11th standard, when during my what is that called in commerce, यार उसको क्या बोलते हैं जो वो बहुत सारे कैलकुलेशन इन्वॉल्व होता है. I have studied commerce. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Whatever, which involves a lot of calculation, the mathematics in the first year of commerce, not mathematics but the other subject which is there till graduation. I'm so sorry, I forgot, because I was never a good student. Anyways, so the banking and accounts, I don't know what it is called, so they would not ask us to use the calculator. Then I actually spoke out that why not calculator? When I would actually start working, I would be working on Excel, which will have auto prompt answers, which will auto calculate the entire thing, auto populate the entire sheet for me. Yeah, I think accounting, Mukesh, I don't really remember well. So like these, you can borrow it, right? Google is, they ask a question on Google, you have the answer. You can borrow all the skills, but actually emotional quotient, how to build a relationship, understanding when your team members are low, when somebody from your team is not performing, and then you rather than going and shouting, wo banda late aa raha hai ki tu late kyun aa raha hai roj bhai, what's happening? I've been observing, you're coming late off lately. Is there a problem that you're facing? These are the kind of conversation that you should be having with your team, because that's how a parent operates, right? A parent wouldn't say you're getting up every day late, what's happening with you, gonna come on, get out of my house. A parent doesn't operate that way. They nurture them until they succeed. That's what a job of a leader is, okay? So that's point number 1. Emotional quotient is very important. Number 2 is communication. That's why I picked up this topic. Communication is very important. You gotta be a master in critical communication, critical discussion. You got to be master in motivating your team. You got to be master in having concrete and concise speaker. You got to be a master in having direct conversation with your team without even giving a fuck who is feeling bad, who is feeling good, am I here to, because your agenda is to get the work done. That's what your agenda is. So that's very important. Communication and confidence, of course. Just imagine a leader who is just sitting and doing on the laptop. हाँ कैसा है, काम करने में मजा नहीं आएगा. I never like such leaders who would only be Hitler, like टाइम पर आओ टाइम पर जाओ. बॉस लाइफ में क्या हो रहा है वो तो पूछ लो. That is also important sometime. So that's what a leader should possess. These qualities are very important. So emotional quotient, empathy, very important. Communication, very important. Confidence, very important. And then your presentation skills. How do you present yourself and the company and everything? When I'm talking about presentation, it's on a larger scale. I'm talking about presentation, not just how you appear, but how do you present yourself, how do you present any topic in front of your team. That's also is important. So these are the four important skills that you should be learning till the time you're home. It will help you to grow. And guys, you're not able to quit your job. I'll tell you number one reason why you're not able to quit your job. Though you hate your job, though you hate your TL, though you hate the management, though you hate the politics, the environment over there, but you are still stuck in that job, and it's your fucking choice. Nobody has asked you to stick in that job because you need money coming in every single month, and still you whine that this company sucks, nobody is good here. You have the authority, all the authority to change your job, switch your job, which you're not doing. Why? I'll tell you why. Because you know you'll have to start from ground zero. You also know that you might not get that opportunity outside. You also know that these people are able to tolerate me here because I've been there for 5 years or 6 years. But when I go outside, I have to start from ground zero, and they will not tolerate your nonsense, right? Everybody knows this fact, and that's why you're stuck with the so-called shitty job, what you call. But it's not the job which is shitty, it's you who is shitty, because you are not working on the skills which is required to get that promotion, that opportunity in your life. So if you have the right confidence, if you have the right communication skill, if you have empathy, EQ, and if you have presentation skills, I am telling you, these 4 skills are enough, more than enough for you to get the desired job that you want. And maybe if you're stuck with a salary of 6 lakh per annum or 7 lakh per annum, and if you have an experience of 5 years, 6 years, you deserve more. You deserve 10 to 12 lakhs per annum minimum, guys. And you have been losing on the money. Just calculate the amount of money you have been losing year on year. I'm just talking about people who are in job at the moment. You have been losing lakhs of rupees per annum just because you're stuck with the job that you hate the most. And imagine living with that job for 10 to 12 hours in a day is it's criminal. It's criminal to torture yourself. You're actually torturing yourself. So that's important point that I wanted to cover. And yeah, as I told you that you are technician because you just look at completing your target, and then you think completing your target will take you from position A to position B directly. You are living in a very fascination, dreamy life, which is not true, which is not real. Somebody who wants faster growth, even if you perform maybe at 8 or 9 and you have the other attributes, the other qualities that I just spoke about, I am telling you, it will not take you years to get to a position where you want to be, and you will start making that money right now, what you deserve, what you think you might get after a year or 2. Okay, so I'll just go through it if I've covered all the points. Yeah, I've covered lack of opportunities, I've covered confidence, I've covered leaving. Another thing I want to talk about is for people, who thinks that changing job is the best option. Okay, guys, changing job could be best option. You might get 30% hike. Okay, but remember one thing: how long would you keep on changing your job? 1 company, 2 company, 3 company, 4 company, 5 company. Even if you stick for 2 years each in 1 company, 10 years gone in 5 job, and you will be somewhere around 30 years old. Okay, where most of you would get married. 50% of the population will get married, and maybe few people will also have kids. Then your chances to actually taking risk becomes less, because you want to have a stable life. You must have bought a house for yourself, for your wife, for your family, and you want to live a stable life. Then you cannot change your job. So rather than thinking, and that's number 1 reason. Okay, so stability issue. Number 2 is you have to start from zero. So the comfort that you have in your existing job, you will not get anywhere else. Okay, I'm kind of advocating jobs. I cannot believe this. I am not a person who will advocate taking up jobs. But guys, I just want to be very genuine and real. You are missing on hell lot of opportunities. In your existing job, you can do miracles, you can do wonders. Okay, so if you quit a job, you have to start from ground zero. Remember, you will not have that comfort, you will not have that luxury of actually acting a spoiled brat, which you have been acting in your previous job. So that's point number 2. And number 3, how long will you keep on changing your job just for 30% hike? You got to be start thinking on these points, and the moment you have the right answer, I'm telling you, you will be able to have the right solution. And the best way to go about is have those 4 important skills that I spoke about. Facebook, those 4 skills. Instagram, those 4 skills. What are those 4 skills? If somebody can put down in the chat box below, I'll really appreciate it. The 4 important skills, very important for you to have that jump, that hike in your existing organization, because the company knows that you will not leave the current job. If they don't give you that hike, if they don't give you that opportunity, you will stick around with them, because they know the possibility of you getting out of that organization, leaving this comfort, is 0.1% maybe, and that's why they take advantage of you. Okay, so you have to start working on yourself. Don't just be a technician, don't just be a performer, be an all-rounder. Remember, Dhoni never always performed well in terms of batting. वो हमेशा 100 रन नहीं मारा है, वो हमेशा 50 रन नहीं मारा है, कितनी बार 7-8 रन पे भी वो आउट हुआ है, बट गाइस, he knows to run the show. He knows how to handle his entire team. That's what a job of a leader is. Okay, so it's not about how much you're putting in terms of number, it's about how you're handling, how empathetic you are towards your colleague, how are you building relationship, how straightforward you are, how do you present yourself, how do you stand out as a personality, what is your presentation skills. There are so many attributes that is connected with this. So I'll repeat, I don't think anybody took a note of this. So number 1 is being empathetic, number 2 is your communication skills, number 3 is your confidence, number 4 is your presentation skills. So these are the 4 points that these are the 4 skills that you should be focusing on, and that will kind of take you from this position in your existing job to this position, because the moment you have 1, 2, 3, 4 skills on top of your performance, the company can't afford to leave you. Okay, it's very simple calculation. So that's it for now, guys, and now you connect the dots. And confidence hence plays a very important role, because confidence and communication and your presentation, the way you come across as a person, plays a vital role in terms of you getting anywhere in your life. Okay, so that's it for today's session. Half an hour exact. I don't even realize that I talk to you guys so much and my energy is still so high, guys. I think it's because of your love that I get on all the live shows that I do. So any questions for me, guys? Please put in the chat box below. Thank you, Ashish. I've seen a couple of comments. I'll just quickly go through them. There are a couple of people, new faces have joining today. Hi Himanshu, hey Anupam, thank you so much Anupam, hey Gurang, hey Prajeet, hey Vinod, hi Hiren, Aman, Arasu. Oh my god, Arasu, this is not a friend kind of a chat that I'm looking for. If you're looking out for friends, you may please unfriend me. Arasu P, this message is for you. Hi Santosh, hi Saurav, hi Suhas. Anupam Chakrabarti said, don't get that good job, work for 5 years in a small company. I totally get it, dude. I have worked for 6 years in 3 different companies, still wasn't satisfied, happy with the hike, but after 1 hafta, 2 hafta, same story. Hi Manoj, hi Debrat, Nitish, after having such situations, you were there for 2 years. Yes, I was, because I didn't have that confidence, that skills. I thought I will not get that job. I will not get job. Nobody will take me, from the retail industry, because I was not looking for jobs in retail industry anymore. And hence I was stuck. And mind you guys, this version that you see of myself is latest. I have put in 7 lakhs rupees in just my self-development program, and it just didn't come like that. Okay, I had the communication, I had the confidence, but I didn't know how to present myself well. I didn't know, I feared public speaking so much that now you see how I talk. I make a lot of grammatical errors, but I don't concentrate on that. It's more important what my voice, how my voice is modulating, how am I able to keep you guys engaged, what my energy is, and the kind of and what my attitude is, kind of plays a very important role. So I hope Nitish answered your question. Hi Suresh, thank you for joining. Anupam Chakraborty again, want a good job in core finance, wasted 5 years, now I'm feeling depressed. Hey Anupam, feeling depressed is not the right solution. You got to actually work that out. Please connect with me personally on this. I love to help you. Hi Nitish, at present where are you? I'm in Mumbai and I started with my own business. Nitish, if that's what answers your question. Hey Sanjeev, thanks for joining. Hi Manish, thanks for joining. Hi Mamta, hi Nitin. Hey Harsha, thanks for joining. Karthik, hi. Susan, hi. Suman, hi. Ashok, hi. Sumit, hi. Purnima, hi. Krishnan, hi. Mukesh, I think it was accounting. Rakesh, hi. Uday, Nikon, Shivnath, Mehul, Jaspreet, Alek, Sweet, thank you so much for joining, guys. Ayan, hi. Mainak, Neil, Kamal, Sharmeen, hi Sharmeen, nice to see you. Santosh, Avinash, Louis, Shailesh, Partha, Ashish, Rajat, hi Rajat. Thank you Ashish. Utkarsh, hi, thank you so much for joining. I have Ashish Ozarkar also. Thank you Ashish. It was an incredible session. You need to brand yourself to secure the best job. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't get what Sanjeev is trying to put across. Sanjeev, if you can be a little elaborative. But yeah, branding, I don't know. I'm just a very naive person like you, a girl. You can treat me like a girl next door. I don't come from a fancy background, very high educated, qualified. No. Very simple woman. Did started working from the age of 15 years old. Didn't do my proper college education also. Kind of did my 11-12 part-time, and then my graduation correspondence. I had a gap of 1 year in between, because I left my education because I started making money in BPO when I was 18 years old. But I somehow managed to complete my entire education, 15. Then I also got myself enrolled in MBA from Wellinkers, but I was kind of bored with it, and I only did it to get certificate, which I didn't complete because it was not worth it for me. Sooner and later I realized that I got to actually find what my real calling is, and here I am today. I found my purpose, and I actually understood that those 6 years, maybe more than that, I'm not even telling you the kind of work I have done. I lost those many years just because of lack of confidence, lack of communication skills. A lot of time it must have happened with you that you want to say something to your bosses. You have the right answer, but you will still choose to keep your mouth shut just because you fear that your boss might not like it, or you think that answer is wrong, but you had the right answer. How many of you can relate with this? Just put yes in the comment box below. I am sure it's with many of you. And then there's somebody else who's just giving the same answer what you had in your mind, right? So this is what lack of confidence does to you.